What's good, everybody? It's Atomic here, back again with another video. Today I'm going to be telling you guys a story about the time that I took BENADRYL in class and saw the shadow demons. Now, this one was a story that I honestly forgot all about, but I remembered today was Halloween, and this one is a pretty spooky fucking story. This is the closest by far I've ever came to fighting real demons, so without further ado, let's jump straight. So this took place in my first year of alternative school, and this particular day, I had weed to smoke. And I was going to smoke the weed, but the night prior, I was doing research about BENADRYL trips, okay? So before I came to school this day, I was spending the night, we'll call this kid Tyler. I was spending the night at Tyler's house, and he's 2 years older than me. And he was telling me about the time that he took BENADRYL in class. And he was telling me this whole wild story about how he saw the fucking shadows and the fucking hat man and shit was talking to him. And at first, I honestly didn't believe him. I was like, bro, there's no way, okay? Like, I get it, you can hallucinate on certain shit, but there was like, no way. And he's like, I'm gonna show you. And he pulled it up on YouTube, and there was mad YouTube videos about it. I was like, huh, maybe there's something about this BENADRYL shit. And he was not encouraging me to do it at all. He was telling me, dude, I don't recommend it, bro. Because he was telling me about how bad it was and how the shadows were trying to fuck, like how paranoid he was and shit. Not they were trying to fuck with him, I guess. But they were fucking with him, you know what I'm saying? He told me not to do it. And I still went along and did it. I already knew I had BENADRYL in the bathroom, so it wasn't really that hard to obtain. I didn't have to go through the hassle of robbing the pharmacy at all. This is not a cold medicine heist. BENADRYL is on the ready. Now we just have to decide how much we finna take. And I came to the conclusion that 350 milligrams is going to be the perfect amount. Now all we need to decide is where are we going to take the BENADRYL? At home, where I feel a little bit more safe? Fuck no, we're gonna do that shit at school. So here I am on the bus taking 300 milligrams of a lethal dose of BENADRYL so I can go fight the shadow demons up in my math class. So usually when heavy substances are involved like this, I usually plan my day out, but this time I had no plan, okay? I thought this shit was gonna be like some simple shit, like the room was gonna get maybe a little dark and it was gonna get a little spooky. No, man, this shit started off weird. I get into my homeroom class and it immediately starts off with some freaky shit. Cause I was walking into the door and I heard some loud ass footsteps like breathing behind me. And at first I was like, okay, I'm around people. So that kind of makes sense a little bit. I didn't really think too much of it. And I started chopping it up with some of the teachers. I was chopping it up with the social studies teacher. If you never saw the video about getting the teacher stoned, if you know, you know. But I was also chopping it up with the social worker at that school who was pretty. They let me get away with so much shit, so props to both of you if you guys ever see this video. But I walked into my first class, which I'm pretty sure was English class. That teacher was pretty lit. That's a funny story right there. One day she quit like in front of all of us and like made a whole scene out of that shit, so that was funny. But while she was still teaching here, she witnessed me have my BENADRYL trip. She gave us some random ass assignment, and as soon as I looked down at the paper, I saw spiders start crawling on top of the desk. As soon as I saw the spiders, I had to remind myself, okay, you're tripping on BENADRYL. Everything is going to be just fine. You're going to be okay. These aren't real spiders. As soon as I went to go put my hand down on top of the spiders, they moved. Like they started moving away from my hand. So that kind of fucked with my brain a little bit. It made me second guess if I even took the BENADRYL that morning, which was the scariest part about it, because I honestly started to question my own memory, but I had to bring myself back to reality. This is just the first part of the trip. It only gets worse from here. Somebody eventually called my name, and I looked up at them, and I saw a shadow go like swoosh, like right under me, like right under my foot, and I was like, huh? What the hell? It almost made me like lose my balance a little bit because I was trying to get up and shit. And as soon as I looked into this person's eyes, literally a whole shadow just went across their whole body, bro. Like, poof. I was like, huh? This shit had me tripping out. Mad shadows were starting to appear like all across the fucking the room and shit for like a couple seconds, not for a long time, just for a couple seconds. And it tripped me out so much how I just like I barely could respond to this person. So I just sat back down. I just sat back down in my chair, and all the shadows kind of stopped. But I was like frightened. I was in a heightened sense of like fight or flight, but I was stuck in between fight or flight. Like, I didn't know what to do, you know what I'm saying? I'm literally stuck in this English class and the devil is trying to steal my soul. And it's only 9:30 in the morning. This trip only is gonna go downhill from here. I didn't realize how much time had passed, but I basically sat in my chair for 30 minutes being an antisocial fucking critter, okay? Nobody could get to talk to me. If you were going to get a response out of me, it was going to be something of perpetuated anxiety and fear. And nobody knew I was tripping on the B because I couldn't tell them. I'm not really just about to be up in this class and be like, yo, I'm tripping on Benadryl and get fucking expelled or some shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to get this far into my trip and have a whole even worse trip, you know what I'm saying? So as the demons are cornering, with the rest of the logical thinking that's left in my head, I made the conscious decision to just thug the shit out. It's really the only option I had at this point. I can't just sober up from this shit. By the time English class ended, I had been fighting these fuckers for 30 minutes at this point. And I was about ready to give up, but I'm stronger than that, bitch. I am not a fucking quitter. Let me tell you how it feels to be off Benadryl. It does not feel good at all. It honestly feels like you're getting turned inside out at some points. But after a while, it makes you really fucking sleepy, dude. Groggy. It's not a fun time while you're tripping either because of the hallucinations. But all the shadows were gone by the time I hit math class. Listen, I went into the closet of this classroom because in the way back there's this door, and basically it's like a pantry where they have a bunch of worksheets and the teachers keep all their snacks and shit, whatever. I wasn't gonna really go for any of the snacks because I couldn't even eat. My stomach was rejecting all food, and plus their snacks are kind of ass. They had some horrible ass snacks. No offense to my math teacher, but he had horrible taste. But I'm not really a snack guy. But occasionally I'll be sneaking snacks out just for some of my friends, you know what I'm saying? But before I went to go reach for the door handle, I looked into the corner of the room and I saw a figure. It wasn't like the fucking Hat Man or whatever the fuck that these people on the internet call it, but it was literally just a figure standing there watching me open the door. And I almost tripped out so much, I literally almost like screamed. Like, not like a little girl or nothing, but I like almost went like, ah, like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, freaked out. So I walked out, sat back down in my chair. Jesus Christ, I can't even speak. I'm a little stoned. But I sat back down in my chair and I was basically waiting for that shadow to come back in my peripheral vision or something, which it was. It was like stalking me in my peripherals, but I could never see it in like my actual vision, which was the scary part. I could never see it face to face. And I was still having the shadows go around me and shit. I was still going through the intense fear and paranoia all the way until I got on the bus. By the time I got onto the bus, I just fell asleep on the bus. Literally, the bus driver had to wake me up when I got to my stop so I could walk off the bus and basically almost pass out on the way back to the crib. I fell asleep so fast as soon as I got home, but as soon as I woke up from that slumber, I felt like shit. I felt like straight do. You know that feeling when you haven't taken a shower in like days, bro? It was like that feeling, but worse, all right? It was horrible. And it felt like that for the rest of the day, but after that, I felt normal. And I learned later that I was like on the edge of literally having an overdose. I could have literally died from this shit. So don't ever try to, trip off Benadryl. It's never a good idea. I don't believe the philosophy of you live once applies here. It did to me, but it really shouldn't at all. If you ever want to scare the fuck out of someone, have them trip off Benadryl. But that's the rest of this story. If you liked it, make sure you hit the subscribe and like button and do all that yappity shit. But without further ado, I'm going to go do my own thing. Happy Halloween. You guys go steal as much candy or do crimes or whatever the fuck you guys do on Halloween. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll catch y'all.